to let me. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I didn't see it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our monthly live. We'll just give it a few seconds for people to kind of hop on. And those who are watching the replay, you get to get all this kind of nitty gritty stuff down at the beginning. But this is our weekly, not weekly, our monthly live. I am Christine Josty, and my partner here is Ann Lewis. So this makes it interesting. She's in charge of the screens. Um, so you have to add your workspace because that's where your volume comes from. There we go. So we're off to a good start, everybody. This is just a prelude of what happened with us last, 2 weeks ago. So let me start over again. I am Christine Josty, and my friend here is
Ann Lewis.
And we do a monthly live together. We are both Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and have been for many, many, many years. And we've become very good friends, as you guys have seen over the lives and our scenarios on Facebook and everything. And we, for over 2 years, we've been doing a monthly live together because it's always fun to craft together and to get you guys in on the fun. And so that's what we're doing here.
Hello, Christine, tell us where you're from so I can tell them where I'm from.
Okay.
We're a little out of sync here.
First of all, I'm exhausted. And I was telling Anne, and I have no shame. I'm in my pajamas right now. It is only 7 o'clock where I am. But I was doing all garden club stuff today, and we actually in the garden and moving things around. And our traffic island got wrecked in a car accident, so we had to clean it all up. But anyways, I'm from the Boston area. I live in Norwell, which is on the South Shore of Massachusetts in the United States. And Anne is from way across the world.
I'm from Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. Not that you could have told by either of us by our accents, because we don't have any.
No, when I'm tired, it comes out, so I apologize. So let's see, introduction. So we are, and if you're watching live, I can't tell because Anna has control, so I can't see those statistics anymore. Please write in the comments, say hello, where you're from, howdy, whatever you want to say. So we know that that we're actually working here. You can hear us and see us, and it always helps us for that, but also to know that people are watching because it makes us, I think it's a little more engaging when we can kind of reply to comments. So our first of all, let me say, part of an introduction I alluded to like 2 weeks ago, Anne and I traveled together the last 2 weeks. We've been home for a week, right? So 2 weeks prior. If you go to either of our Facebook pages, you'll see the whole journey on our Facebook page, and we had a blast, and it's nice to be back together. Okay, so our topic for this month is, because we always have a different topic, is to kind of assemble. We all have card stashes, and so to assemble some of those cards together and wrap them up to give as a holiday gift, a Christmas gift, a hostess gift, some sort of little gift. I know when I do that, people love receiving my cards. And to be honest, it kind of cleans out my stash a little bit. So I like to do that as well. So that's kind of what our topic is today. And do you have anything else to add there?
No, mine's slightly different because I actually made the cards and made the way of wrapping them. No, not. It's easy. That's why I did it. And we've set ourselves a task that we're going to be under an hour today. Whoop, whoop. Let's see if we meet that task.
Oh, great. We have a viewer. Mary is watching. Hi, Anne and Christina from near Anne in Queensland, Australia. Thanks for joining
She's just
in.
down
Mary.
the road. I can walk
Excellent.
to Mary Ann's place.
Oh, that's great. So I know I talk fast and I move fast, so I think it's on Anne to keep us under an hour. How's that for a challenge?
Huh. Now I don't know how to only get you and
can you just do just my phone, like just my workspace? You used to be
yes,
able to
I
do it.
can.
That's all I need. Yep, perfect.
I know. There we are.
All right, so I have 3 different ways of showing you how to package up cards. This one is already done, but I'll do another one of it. And so these are, I would imagine, I hope you have these. They're just like parchment paper bags, little snack sandwich bags. I just buy at
Oh,
the
I
food
don't think
market.
ours are as fancy as that. We
Okay.
have paper bags, but they're not parchment. They are just paper bags.
Yeah, we have the old, we have those paper bags too, but these are more like sandwich size versus
No,
like a lunchbox size. Um,
I don't think
so
we do.
Oh, that's too bad because I use them for lots of things. Yeah, paper snack and sandwich bags. So look around. You could certainly fold them, but I have other ideas too if you don't have these. So I actually put a lot of homemade cookies go in these, but today we're going to put cards in them. So I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to take these ones out because I didn't bring up an extra stack. I'll save my ribbon here. This couldn't be easier. So I put together 5 just random cards that I've made over the years. Some of them are older, and 5 envelopes. And then I'm just going to put them straight in the bag. And then I'm just gonna kind of fold it over twice. And then you could, at this point, do all different things. You could put washi tape on here, but I decided to use a ribbon. And so I will use a different ribbon. I just showed you this one here, and this is not Stampin' Up ribbon. I save ribbon that I receive on presents, and so I have no idea where that one came from. But this one is Stampin' Up ribbon. Not that it matters. I'm just going to tie a bow. I'll make it as pretty as I can and trim it, and you could leave it just like that. So really, how easy is that? And I think like old-fashioned Christmas is done like in the brown paper, and I like that. Or you can add a tag. So I actually had, I think, made these on a live a while ago, but I think it was on a joint live. So I just grabbed a tag and I will just tie that on there. Oops. Like that. You can tie a bow or not. So there is one way.
I love that. I mean, it's
Yeah,
so simple.
so simple, but it does kind of elevate it. So the next one I'm going to do is I used to do craft fairs a long time ago. These ones. And when I sold cards, I would put 4 cards. I think only 4 will fit in this one. So let's see. Well, I'll just do the first 4. This is how I package up cards when I sold them. So I would do like 2 of the same here and 2 of the same here. But for this
Right.
purposes, I'm just going to do different ones. These are, I actually forgot to check. I think they're like probably 6x9 bags. Stampin' Up used to sell them. To be honest, I don't know if they still sell them or not, but you can get these many different places. But I believe they're 6x9 size cards. So I put 2 here in the front so you could see them. And then 2, I'm going to flip it over. I put envelopes are going in the middle. And then I would, again, usually there'd be 2 of the same. And I would put 2 going this way. And then, so when you can kind of see both. And then I would take paper, which I didn't cut this yet. I would try to pick a piece of paper, like a colored cardstock that had something, like if this is the front, that had a little bit of the color in the front. So I'm just going to cut this at 5.5. And then I think I used to do it at 3. So 5.5 by 3. And I would score it in the middle at 1.5. And again, you could change it up. sometimes I would stamp on here, or sometimes I did patterned paper. You just fold it. You take this top of the plastic bag and just fold it like twice over. So then I have a little bit, a handle here. I put my little topper on top like that. Now this is very old. This is a Stampin' Up stapler that I love. I would
Yeah, I
staple
agree.
that. I wish they would bring it back. I mean, it's old. And then what I would do is I would usually take usually a circle or something, put that in. Again, if I was being really good, I would kind of mimic whatever was on the front, but I was doing this kind of quick, to be honest with you, which I think actually is a good thing because it shows that you guys can do this quick too. So I had a butterfly, and I put the butterfly right on my old olive paper. I'm going to add some dimensionals. And that goes right on like that. And here's a nice little package of cards. Oops. So you can see the package like that. So that's what I used to sell at the craft fair. So here are 2 packaging ideas. And my third one, I'm gonna kind of wing it here, but let's see what happens. I had this, I actually had this idea in my head and when we were driving, when we were coming up with this idea. And I didn't have a chance to do it. So let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I'm going to cut this paper at 5.5, just because that is how long the cards are. And then, let's see, how many do I have here? 1, 2, I should probably show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get 5 envelopes. All right, let's see if this works. I'm just gonna put colored patterned paper and just wrap it around. I probably should seal it. So we'll just do glue. I was actually going to leave it plain, but you can use tear and tape or adhesive. So it's kind of like a belly band. And then, yeah, this will work. I grabbed a whole bunch of ribbon because I wasn't sure. That actually might be better. Let's do this one. I just want that to dry. So you can still see the top and the bottom, but it has a little bit of a little sleeve. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. You could make a belly band, but I do love their ribbons. I try to use their ribbons. I would probably fuss with that a little bit more, but since we have the challenge to be under an hour,
Oh,
and then so you could leave it just like that, or again, I have, although I don't know if that's too close. I also have, maybe we'll do this guy. I have a Santa tag. So maybe we'll just do that since it's Chris. I don't know. What do you think? The
oh,
pear?
I like the pear.
Yeah, I actually think I meant to do that on I think I meant to do this on this one. I did.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that pair, well, they're too close. So this
Yeah.
one works better. And we'll put the Santa on the other one.
I love the pear paper.
Me too.
And the pear stamps and dies have gone on the last chance sale.
Well, to be honest,
I
I
think
like
they
the
have. Anyway,
they
I'm pretty.
probably I like the paper better than the stamps, to be honest with you.
I,
Um,
I like how the stamps work. How they get that
yeah,
textured
yes.
two-step stamping.
All right. So I probably would use twine to do this, attach it, but I don't have any up here. And I just don't want it to ruin my bow because I thought the bow looked kind of pretty.
It was a great bow.
Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna trim this really short.
And I think we underestimate how people love receiving our cards, and especially a
Yeah.
selection of them, because they then, when they need a card, they go, "Oh, Christine sent me these.
Yep,
Oh, there'll be one in
exactly.
here. There's a birthday, there's a generic, there's a thinking
Yep.
of you,
And I
or
did try to
whatever."
get like one of each kind in this assortment. So there's one thank you,
Yeah,
one birthday. This one's a get well. Like I did try to
yeah,
assort them, change them up.
yeah.
So there you go. So there are 3 different ways. You can put it in like a cellophane bag. You can
Yeah,
put it in a little parchment bag or some, hopefully you could find some sort of similar bag if you didn't have those. Or you just wrap it up in some designer paper.
I know. Love all three of those. Now, if you are watching, leave a comment. Tell me which one of those, or tell us which one of those are your favorites. So, how would
Or
you describe the three?
I would
Oh,
say,
sorry.
whether is a favorite or what you have on hand and you can copy. So there's
Oh,
the
yeah.
clear bag. There's a clear bag. There's a
Yeah.
parchment bag, and there's pattern paper. How's that?
Yeah. Now, I will just say the bag's 6 by 8, and yes, they have been discontinued.
Okay, these ones, but you
Yeah.
can get them. Um, you can get them other
And
places.
we can get them here in like slightly different sizes, but will still work the
Yeah,
same.
I think to be honest, I think I bought mine a long time ago from a company called Uline, Uline. They sell all sorts of everything. But Stampin' Up used to sell them, so that's why I still have some on hand.
Yeah.
All right, thank you,
IDEO.
Mary.
Oh,
Mary says, "Thanks, Christine. You just have given me a present idea, which I was desperate for. Very achievable. Awesome. I'm glad."
well, thank you. I love those ideas. Now, mine are a little different. And I'll just put down to my desk and just straighten this up a little. That's the opposite way. Anyhow, now I just thought, and this isn't my project, but I thought I had done this probably last year. I use our kit boxes quite often to put cards in. Now, I don't know what's in here. A kit. However, I just decorate it. I keep the sides. I don't get too carried away. I just put some pattern paper, normally the pattern paper that's left over after I've done all my cards. And this time I actually put a little pop up one. So
Mm.
really easy. This is another one. This is one of my favorite techniques. But you need either quite a few cards, or you can actually put a gift like a little, I don't know, little top 90 box or something in there, and it can be recycled. However, they're not my project. My actual project, this is a sample of what I did. So it's a little case. So I've used the Peaceful Garden Designer Series paper, and you open it
Oh.
up and you make your cards. Now, these are matching cards, which is I did take it one more step than what we'd agreed on. I'm sorry, Christine. However, I
You.
love this. Is so easy, and I know you're looking at it going, doesn't look easy to me, but it actually is, and you'll be blown away. And I just wanted to show you that if you wanted to, these are note cards. Now, I used our craft ones, which have been long retired, but that was to get rid of them, which is obviously still from the heart. But I did a birthday wishes, just a note, and I decorated the envelope. Hoping that you can see, I've just added
Oh, yep, yep.
a the new linen stamp to the back, because you can't fit a lot into this, and I'm putting 4 cards in. Um, so I think 4 cards, and they're just our little note cards and envelopes. So the cheapest way of getting cards and envelopes. And all I've done is really stuck some designer series paper. I did stamp this, but I could have just done 2 little tones. There's so many different ways you could do this. Now, the easy way, I want to show you is this. Now, I know you're looking, well, I'm assuming you're looking at it going, she's kidding me. This is not easy, but it is easy. Now, I'm bringing over new paper and I'm just going to, it's 12 by 12. I need a 12 by 12 sheet. I have a little design here, which this is a 12 by 12. I know it isn't, but it's 6 by 6. So imagine a 12 by 12. And I'm picking that this is my design. Now, this doesn't have a design either way, but some of the papers that we have do. And that original one that I did, this one, the pattern of the floral pattern that I used does go up. So I kept it facing like this so I didn't get confused. I'm going to grab my trimmer and you can see I'm going to score at 2 inches, 5 3/4, 6 1/4, and 10 inches, right? This is all going across the top of my page. So let's just do that. I will, oh no, I won't on this one. So I'm just doing 2 inches. Now, just remember that this is designer series paper, so you need to be a little gentle when you cut it. And this is my favorite sheet out of this paper. So
That's
5
been
3.
sold out here for a while.
So I'm then going to, ours is still available and it's on last chance sale. So we did get some back in. So I'm doing 5 3/4. Right. And then truly, just because I can't be bothered when I'm on the screen of opening this up, I'm just going to spin this around and do 2 inches again. This works on this direction, but I have to open it up on the next one. 2 inches and then 5 3/4 again. So I have, just, you will see, so I've got a line down there, 2 inches in, line on the right hand side, 2 inches in, and then I've got these 2 score lines down the center, one at 5 3/4 and one at 6 1/4. So hopefully you will see one there, one there, one there, one there. Then I'm just going to spin it 90 degrees and I'm then going to score at 2.5 inches and 8 1/4. It is, I'm telling you, this is just about, will have finished it when I've done this bit. 2.5 inches. Now, the one thing you do need to do is just be, now this one, I did 2.5 inches. This one I can't just turn around because it is a different measurement. I need to do it at 8 1/4. I spun that around, didn't I? I need to do it at 8 1/4. I went, that's not working very well. I know. So then I have 2 lines down here. This is only 2.5 inches, whereas this is 3 3/4. I know. So let's then, I'm just going to turn it back to that original direction. So where most of the score lines, I've got 4 score lines going across. I'm just going to fold this in. Going to grab my bone folder and fold this one in. So these are the 2-inch sides. Right. Going to open them back up. Right. And then this corner just comes over to line up with that score line. Now, I just want to show you, it goes nowhere near this score line. Right. It just folds into a square. So, and you'll understand why we do this. Hopefully I've got this right. Feeling nervous.
We'll find out.
We did these, I did these probably 10 years ago. And when I cleaned out my craft room, I remembered, oh my goodness, this was one of my favourites.
A great
All right,
discovery.
right. So that's what I'm doing. I'm folding this back in. Let's hope. So I just want to get that there. Then I want to do the rest of these score lines. I'm feeling a little nervous because I've done this the wrong way. I don't. So I've just spun that around. I had the wrong side on the inside and the outside, I
And
think.
it's really not wrong. It's just that you
It's
wanted
just
a
that I
different
want the
pattern.
pretty
Yeah,
side
on the outside. Yeah.
on the outside. That's the thing. I know. I know. So I've got these score lines in the middle. So let's put them in. I've got I'm not reinforcing, I'm making them crisp, but I'm not getting too carried away. Then I'm folding this in here. I'm folding this in here. And I've done this wrong. You know how I
Easy as.
had it originally. What have I done? Idea. How about we do it like this? Oh, this is not right.
Can you take your other one apart?
Oh, I can. I did this. How did I do it so easy on the other one? These little bits hook in. I don't know. How about we do this? You know how I had it first off?
Mm-hmm.
You know how I had it like that? I think that's the right way. I'm just about so now it's right. Sorry about that, everybody. How did it take me so long when I just did the other one yesterday or last night? Now, so that's how it looks. And I've still got this score line here. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to hook that one in there. Hook that one in there. All right. So this is the inside. Then I've got these two score lines down here and I just have to score them down there. And then score that there. Sorry, everybody. Adios. And there is my little folder.
It's really nice.
And to be honest, it is easy. I just made that look really, really difficult.
Ian
Right?
likes to make easy things
Things
complicated,
are
everybody.
complicated. Yeah. But it is easy. Now, I have made my cards and I'm going to pull this apart and just redo it so that you can actually see how to do it properly. But you can see how pretty that is and also how pretty it is on the inside. So this is where my cards will sit. Now I'm just going to, I've done something really simple here. So I'm actually using our ephemera pack, the gold ephemera pack. And I haven't got many left because they have been so popular. And actually some of my ladies picked up a couple from me. I'm not even going to pop this up or anything. The front, it doesn't matter if you pop up, but everything on my cards has to be as flat as possible so they will all fit in here. I know. So how pretty does that look and how
It's
simple,
gorgeous.
other than I made it look complex because, you know, that's what a card maker has to do because otherwise everyone will think it is really, really difficult. And then they'll go, wow, Anne, so much work you did for me. Really, I could have done it very simply. But I can't pull this apart until if I put that on. But anyway, we'll put that, just imagine that there. And I'm going to pull it apart so we can actually see. I know. So what I didn't do is I started on this side. So all I'm going to do is fold these in, put these corners up, put these in. Now these are a square, so don't worry where your score line is. You're only taking it to the vertical score lines. All right, you're folding it like that. Then you're
Cindy, are you going to be able to do this? Cindy just says, I love this. So,
there, radio. So you've got it like that. Then you spin it over. And how easy is that?
there you go. So you want to have it so you can tuck in the corners of the
Yes,
triangles.
yes. And then you just fold that in, and there you go. So, yes, it is easy. You just had to swap it over. It took me a little while to do that swapping over.
Cindy
So I
says
said,
she's definitely going to try it out. Good for you. I love
look,
it.
as you can see, a 12-inch by 12-inch, and how fabulous does this turn out? Now, I then made some little cards, which are straight a case from the annual catalogue, because I love it. Now, that's how the card looks. It's using the Merry Christmas stamp set, which is also on the last chance sale. And it's been discounted in Australia. I'm assuming it has in the US as well. So I've done 3 cards already. So let me show you how I did it. Because it was too plain just using some of the pool party cardstock, and I used two-tone cardstock because I wanted it to be as thin as possible, and two-tone cardstock is thinner than our standard cardstock. So I'm grabbing, and you're going to see a really easy way. Now, I wouldn't be doing this if on a, not so much a fancy card, but a card that I cared about the image. I'm doing this as a distress finish. I'm not sure whether you can see that, but it's kind of distressed. It doesn't have to be stamped perfect. This is the linen stamp. Now, this is one of the new releases, which is just the photopolymer. I'm not even going to put it on a block.
This is my first look at the photopolymer background
Right.
stamps.
Now, I was a little nervous that this one would not stamp very well. I want to show you how well it will stamp. See how I've got a little bend here? That's the bend in the acetate at the back, not in the stamp. And I could put it on a big block, but I'm a bit lazy. And I will get that as straight as I can. And the idea is to get some bubbles out. See, I've got a lot of bubbles in there. Get them out if you can. And that's even on a block, but on here it doesn't matter that much, because what I've noticed about this stamp is you can actually restamp it and nobody even notices, because it is a distressed stamp. Now I'm just going to line this up. I'm going to stamp it down. Now I have 2 options. If you're doing it on a block, I would definitely use the brayer and hold it into place. Now remember, normally you do this on a block. I'm just being quick and easy because you know that's my middle name, Christine.
Oh,
Or,
sorry. Am I laughing?
yes, out loud. Or I can just use a bone folder.
It's
And I
funny how you stamped it that way because I automatically
go like
went,
that. Yeah.
uh-huh,
Except I had ink over here and I was a little
right.
concerned about getting everything ink everywhere, which is a really good way
But
of doing it as
these
well.
photopolymer stamps make it easier to pick up and put down because they're
Yeah.
flexible. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Now I'll just show you. I did miss a little bit here, and you'll see how easy it is and how you don't even see when you restamp this one. This one, not other stamps. But you can see now it just looks a little distressed. I'm going to, which is something I was about 10 minutes ago. A little distressed. That's that word. So I'm just finding my Merry Christmas stamp set, which is going to make me more distressed because it has walked on my desk. Oh, here it is. As you see, I've used lots and lots. Now, I'm using Pretty Peacock because I wanted to pop.
Great color.
It goes so well with Pool Party. And I picked up the Pool Party from here. So this is where the little bit of the Pool Party. But Secret C, which I expected to work, didn't. It doesn't
Oh,
match.
really? Huh,
Yep. It was a little bit of a surprise. So that's why I went to
interesting.
Pool. Yeah, why I went to Pretty Peacock. So I'm just going to stamp down there. See how beautiful that stamp set. Um, I'm just looking for some embellishments, stamps. It is kind of one of those, and I dare I say, I know I shouldn't, a no fail stamp because, and some of them, I think some of our stamps are a little easier to stamp with than others, and this is a really easy one.
And it's
Now
so big, that's all you need.
it is, and so I'm, other than a little bit of bling, you just do need, oh, that one didn't, I didn't pick up the, must have left behind the sticky bit. I'll find that later. So I like these embellishments. I didn't think I would because I'm not a really blingy person. I like bright, bright and clean. Maybe not simple. We won't claim too much. Then you can see once I put it on here how it pops a little bit. And I'll show you what I just did on the inside. I just kept it simple. Really simple. Truly. Christine simple, not just Anne simple. And the idea of this is I kept my card nice and simple because nice and flat is what I meant. See, once you start saying simple, and Christine's heard me say this many times, the more time I say something is simple, I'm
The
hoping
more
that people
complicated it becomes.
no, the more you will believe that it's simple. So how pretty are these little cards?
They're great.
And I've made that texture on the card. Now I'm just reinforcing those, and you'll see how easy two on each side will go in. Now, oh, I want the envelopes. And you see I just did I'm hoping you can see that I also stamped that linen
Yeah,
onto the back. But I would
nice touch.
love to have added some paper, but that would have added a bit of thickness. These only just fit in. Now, I could just do two, but I wanted four because I felt it made a better option. And how pretty does that look?
It's beautiful.
So it looks pretty like that. I don't know. I've got them up. No,
Nope,
well,
it's
half
okay.
upside down. They're okay. Yeah, so there it is. Now, that took, I don't know. I think I kept to my probably 10 to 15 minutes, even with redoing it twice. So how pretty is that? Now, so basically you're scoring 2, 5 3/4, 6 1/4, and 10. So they're all the vertical. And then just on the side ones, you're doing 2.5 and 8 1/4. So they're different distances apart. And that's so they will actually hook in. You can see that's your 8 1/4 one, right? And then you're just going to use your little note cards. And even though I may have done it wrong, you can see how easy this actually is and how pretty it turns out. And
It's
you can
such a great
use,
gift.
yeah, and you can use any of your paper that you have in stash, whether it is, as I did on the first one, a non-Christmas one, but I put, you know, generic cards on the inside, or you can use, which I've got someone to give this to, the Christmas ones. So I love this project, even though I did go the wrong direction at one stage. But you saw how easy it was to correct. So that is a record for us, Christine.
It sure is. By
Oh
far.
no! It was looking like it was going to unravel. I'm going to put all four of us up. That's the only thing we can do, isn't it?
Yep, yep. And that's okay. You
That's
see our
okay.
faces
Now,
and you see our workspace.
actually, I will go back to my desk and I might give us. Who wants a sneak peek of the new catalogue? I know. So I'm just going to throw it down to my desk again. Not that one. Um, I hate this. I really do. There it is. Righto. My screen, and I don't think Christina ever understood this, is on a laptop, and it's only a very small laptop. So you really have to go and find everything. So this is what the new catalogue looks like. But
Don't
I
open
can't
it.
open it. Stamping Up says I can't show you what's inside yet.
But you can
However,
show the front and the back.
I can show the back, but the back doesn't help us too much. But the front does. It tells us some of the cuties inside. But now, Christine, well, I'll say with mine, I have already got my catalogues winging their way because I used Stamping Up to send them out because knew I was going to be away. So, Christine, what's happening with your catalogues?
I have my catalogs in hand. They just got delivered the other day. So for all my club members, you'll get them next week. And for anyone who's placed an order with me in the last year, I will send you a catalog. They don't start though till, was it January 5th, 6th, somewhere around there. It should be on the back. So you still have some time.
Nope, doesn't tell us, but I
It
think it's
should,
the 5th. It's the first Tuesday in
yeah,
January. That's
yeah.
what. Oh, I nearly. Oh,
Who
I
put
nearly
her in
got sacked.
charge?
Nearly got sacked. However, just joking. Kinda, I hope. Anyway, if I'm not here next week, I got sacked because
Yeah.
I opened up the first
Up,
page of the catalogue.
and
Idea.
3 times.
Idea. So now, Christine, I'm going to hand back to you because this is our last joint live for the year. We've
Hmm.
probably at least got one more personal live coming up next week.
Yep.
So I'm going to hand over you because you've got some news for everybody.
Okay.
And you're going to say, what news would that be, Anne?
No, I know what the news is. Hopefully I get it straight. So are you
I
putting me
know.
on the camera or are you gonna just have your
I
adjustment?
am. No, no, no. You think I can't control this thing?
Oh, there
There
we
you
go.
are.
Okay. So, as I said at the beginning of this, Anne and I were traveling together for 2 weeks and we had lots of time to chat. Anne was a good partner in the car. And we talked about our lives and what's good, what could be improved, and so forth. So, we have some changes coming and I hope and I think that you're going to like them. They're just going to stay on the same time frame. The first Thursday for US, the first Friday of Australia time. So that won't change. But we are trying to make them a little bit shorter to respect your time, and it also helps us out too. Like I said before, it's nighttime for me and it's morning for her. So the changes are we want to have you more involved and more active with us. So we are going to set challenges or directions or pre-work, and then we're going to put things together all together on our lives. Is that a good summation, Anne? We still have
Well,
a
it is,
working
but before
title.
they get scared, the challenge isn't a
It's
challenge.
not a challenge. I'm
It's
sorry.
yeah. What we're going to
Let's
do
create together.
is get so that you have the stuff that you need to create along with us at the same time. And this time, because we're well aware that sometimes our lives have gone longer than what we want, is we're going to be doing one project um, only, alternatively, so that we actually get to make it together. And I might be following along with Christine, or Christine might be following along with me. And a
Yeah.
week, at least a week before, we'll send out what sort of stuff that you need. But we're great users of what we have in our stash.
Yes. So
That's what we're aiming to do.
we might say, have a card base, does, maybe a dark color,
Mm.
a standard size, and then have a layer of this size and bring along maybe some ribbon or, um, a circle about 3 inches or so forth like that. And so, um, um, I don't even know who's doing it first in January, but just say I'm the leader.
Christine.
Okay, so I'm the leader in January. Thank you, Anne. So I will come up with a
Just to help
project.
out.
Thank you. I will come up with a project and I will have a sample made. But then, so I know what I'm doing and to give instructions. But then Anne is going to have the same instructions that we give all of you. So she's not going to know what we're making either. And so this is where the fun comes in. And so it's kind of like mystery stamping. So then I'll say, okay, take piece A and we're going to put it on piece B or something. And then we'll all kind of do it together. And then I will show if I would have my original sample plus the sample I made on the live. And then Anne would show you her samples. You get 3 kind of samples of the same process. And then you would have your own sample. So hopefully that it will be a little bit more interactive and that you can make something instead of just watching.
Yeah. So you get something so everybody who's watching gets something to take away. You're actually doing hands-on learning as we go through. And
Yeah.
yes, there'll still be techniques, and yes, there'll still be different designs, fancy folds, all of that.
And we might
And
make
we
a
will have
box, we might make a
options.
bag, we might make a card, we could
Yeah.
do a tag, like it's a little bit random and whatever kind of dealer's choice, as they say.
Yeah.
Um yeah.
And we'll have some options that if, for example, we say that I
If you
don't
need a
know.
blending brush, but you don't have a blending
Yeah.
brush, we'll come up with
We will
an
have
alternate.
have some other options of how you can work around that, because that's really
Yeah.
important, because we don't all have everything. Or you could be like me and maybe have lost it on the table and have to come up with another alternative. So we're hoping that you're going to enjoy this more, you're going to learn more, and you're going to be crafting more. That's the 3 things that we're
Yeah.
trying to get in.
Because we can't all have you in our living rooms together, unfortunately, but we can kind of
Yeah.
stamp together this way.
But can I just tell you that Christine's supposedly coming to my place next year, and
Yes.
that may mean that we can craft together here.
Yes, we
Um,
can.
so wait a
Yeah.
minute, I'll throw us all back. There we are.
Thanks.
Um, yes,
Yep.
so we
So
will have one chance next year to craft together, hopefully.
yep,
So
that will be fun.
ITO. Thank you, Christine. And for those that I don't see again before the end of the year, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And we will be back on the first Friday, which I have no idea, but I think it's the 5th in my head. The first Friday in January, unless it's one of the unless it's
You
the
want me to
New
check?
Year holiday.
I can check
Can you?
yep,
Yeah,
I
I
can check.
can't.
So it will be, well, we probably won't do January 1st is the
No.
first Thursday, and it'd be
Oh,
January 2nd for you. But that's
no.
the evening of the first. We
Sorry?
we'll have to think on that.
Yeah.
That might be fine because we don't do anything. Or it's either that or the 8th, 9th. So we'll get back to you. Because it wouldn't be New Year's Eve, it would be New Year's night. So that's why it might be okay. Um, we'll get back to you, but the beginning of
And we'll
January.
work something out. Yep. And well, I'm excited about all the new things that are coming next year, the new products. We've also got a class, not us, not Christine and I, we've got the live, but Stamping Up are doing a class featuring, can you remember,
Are
Christine?
you talking about the virtual card
Yes,
event?
I am.
So, yeah, actually, this is really exciting. It's brand new, and it's called, I think it's just called Virtual Album, no, Virtual Card
Virtual
Event,
Card Retreat.
because they did one over the summer on scrapbooking, and it was so successful that now they're doing one on card making. And it's a 3-day retreat, if I'm not mistaken. Is it a 3-day retreat? And you get a whole bunch of
2 days.
supplies.
2 days.
2 days.
Yep.
You get all the supply. Once you purchase the kit, say it's not really a kit, but say it's a kit, you purchase it and the class comes included with it, so you don't have to pay extra for the class. So I know I put a little bit out in my newsletter this week, and I'm sure it's going to send out information, and we'll send out more because you can't register for it until December 10th. So that's
Yep.
next.
Next
But
week.
it sounds pretty exciting.
I mean, it's pretty, the great thing about it is so many of us aren't living near classes or our classes, and this is the opportunity. And I'll just say it's not a small amount, because it includes your dies, your stamp set, your everything you need. And if it's similar to the virtual scrapbooking one, everything was cut out as well, which
Yeah.
is a pretty great offer, as well as 2 full days of card making with amazing teachers from Stamping Up. So it's great.
I'm
And
excited about it. I didn't do the scrapbooking one, but I'll do the card making one.
yeah,
I'm excited about it.
everybody who's done a Stamping Up class, and this is kind of this will be the third one, have that are really experienced card makers are just saying they're learning lots,
Yeah.
and that it's a real treat. Ideo, Christine, we better go, or otherwise we're going to fail the hour, but we're still going pretty well. And so thank you, everybody. It's been a fabulous year, and I'm going to let you close, Christine.
Yes, I'll say thank you also to Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, because some of you I won't see till next year. And we're excited for to do something a little bit new with you guys. So I hope that you like it too. So I think that's it.
Ideo, well, as I'm in charge, I
You
will.
are.
Bye, everybody. Hope you had a good day. And I hope you find some cards that are sitting around and make some gift cards and make someone's day very special. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.